Noted.
Next item, please.
Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
Please stand for the pledge. Next item, please.
Invocation.
Commissioner Kinlock.
Madam Chair, it is an extreme honor to present Elder Bartell, a native Detroiter born and raised within its borders. He is the 12th born to David and Hazel Bartell. Elder Bartell was baptized and received the precious gift of the Holy Ghost in 1985 at the historic Clinton Street Greater Bethlehem Temple Church under the pastorate of Bishop Castor V. Jackson. Elder Bartell received his call to ministry in 1986 and was ordained to the office of church elder in 1988. Elder Bartell's particular interest in ministry is the winning of souls. He was led by God to create an initiative at his home church, which was titled Operation Souls. Under this ministry, the church was able to reach out to men and women on the streets of the city of Detroit using a mobile ministry model, which allowed the church to take the gospel to where the people in need could be found as the streets and neighborhoods, as well as to the prisons and places of confinement. With an understanding that the whole man must be ministered to, Elder Bartell has endeavored to create as well as support initiatives such as the David L. Bartell Mentoring Foundation, which aids young men in preparing them to enter the workforce. The Hazel Helping Hands organization, which is instructions to young women and girls in life skills. He has been a supporter of the Coach for Kids Foundation, as well as allowing his business to be a work site for Grow Detroit's Young Talent citywide summer program. Elder Bartell is a business owner. He is a proprietor of Times Square Clothier, 42nd Street Suits for Less, and Mad Hatter, The Shoebox, and The Red Door. Elder Bartell sees his businesses as an extension of his ministry, another example of ministering to the whole man. In November of 2022, Elder Bartell was installed as the head pastor of Clinton Street Greater Bethlehem Temple Church. And it is his goal to fulfill the Great Commission by going out to the highways and hedges and compelling men to come. I present to you Elder Bartell.
Thank you, gentlemen. Let us pray. Lord God of grace, we thank you for your goodness and for your kindness. God, we know that you're sovereign. Look upon this meeting, Lord. The King's hand is in your heart. His heart is in your hand, oh God. Let your blood cover, let your glory be revealed. Give them strength, Lord. Give them insight. Let your anointing be with every decision, Lord, to benefit thy people. There's no people like your people, Lord. Touch this chamber right now. Lord, you're sovereign. We claim victory right now in the mighty name of our Lord Jesus Christ. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, Pastor, for those inspiring words and that inspiring prayer. Thank you, Jonathan. Next item, Madam Clerk.
Reading, correcting, and approval of the journal.
Vice Chair Palomero.
Move approval.
Been moved and supported. Any discussion on the journal? Hearing none, please vote.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Next item, please.
Report from the chair.
Nothing for today. Next item.
Unfinished business, there is none listed. We are moving to page 2 of the agenda, offering of all petitions, ordinances, resolutions, and presentations. There is one item listed, a resolution by Commissioners Bell and Clemente recognizing February as American Heart Month.
Commissioner Clemente?
Thank you, Chair. I just wanted to thank you for letting me join on this resolution. The month of February is Heart Month for all individuals to make sure that we are taking care of our heart by eating correctly and exercising. But tomorrow is National Wear Red or Red Dress Day for Women's Heart Month. And I reached out to the American Heart Association and asked them if we could get some red dress pins for the commission, and they gave them to us. So on your desk, there are some red dresses for you to wear tomorrow in celebration, February 3rd of National Red Dress Day. And I think it's a very important thing. Recently, my staffer unfortunately had an event with his heart, and there's a lot of people that need to make sure, young and old, that we are caring for ourselves. So I really appreciate you letting me join in on this. And the theme is Be the Beat. So be the beat and wear your red. Thank you.
All right, would you like to move this item? Commissioner?
Oh, yes. I need to check. Oh, I did it. Look.
Okay. All right.
Magic.
Moved by Commissioner Clemente. It is seconded by Commissioner Kinlock. Any discussion on the resolution? Hearing none, please vote.
Motion carries.
Okay, I'd like to open up the board for co-sponsors. If you'd like to be a co-sponsor, Madam Clerk, let us know when the board is open for co-sponsorships.
The board is now open for co-sponsors. Co-sponsors duly noted.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Commissioner Clemente, for contacting the Heart Association for our red pens. And everyone, please remember to take good care of your heart. And after the meeting, we'll take a group picture with all of our red on for today. Next item, please.
We're moving to reports from committees. We're on Report A from the Committee on Public Services. There are 9 items listed on pages 2 through 4 of the agenda.
Commissioner Marecki.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd like to move to receive and file items 1 through 4, move approval for items 5 through 9, with Commissioner Palomera being the maker of the motion of number 5 and number 9.
It's been moved by Commissioner Marecki. Let's get used to using our little tablet.
Use your tablet.
Use your tablet to move the item. There you go. And
Great.
then someone to support, press your
Didn't have
tablet, whoever's going to support that item.
I didn't have a motion.
Oh, pardon? Okay. And it is seconded by Commissioner Dobb. Okay. Any discussion on the public services report? Any discussion on the items on the public services report? Hearing none, please vote.
Motion carries and have Commissioner Palomera as the maker of the motion on items 5 and 9.
Next item, please.
We're on Report B from the Committee on Ways and Means. There are 5 items listed on pages 4 and 5 of the agenda.
Commissioner Kinlock.
Madam Chair, I move approval of items 1 through 5 under the Ways and Means Committee report.
Okay, it's been moved by Commissioner Kinlock. Press your button, Commissioner Kinlock. And I guess we're going faster than the technology. The technology for record keeping purposes, if we don't use it, is there a problem? If we don't use it, okay.
There we go.
Okay, moved by Commissioner Kinlock. Uh-oh, it was seconded by Commissioner Haydos. Please vote.
Commissioner Basham.
Dobb and Commissioner Basham, okay,
Motion carries.
so much. Next item, please.
We are on report C from the Committee on Audit. There is one item listed.
Commissioner Basham?
Make sure. Can you hear me now? Okay.
Yes.
That's not a good thing. But anyway, there is a lot of things on the agenda. If folks had read this agenda from the Auditor General and her staff requesting us to do. So basically, I know if you want to elaborate on that, my good colleague, Tim Colleen, can do that, but I'll make the motion. Thank you. Right.
Go ahead, Commissioner Colleen.
This is the annual work plan for our auditor. And so I encourage people to take a look at it and see all of the audits and a work that's coming out of our Auditor General's office for the year. So please take a good look at that so you know what to expect of what's coming. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Any discussion on this item? Okay, it was moved by Commissioner Basham, supported by Commissioner Knizik. Any discussion? Please vote.
Motion carries.
Next item, please.
We are on report D from the Committee on Government Operations. There are two items listed.
Commissioner Dobb?
Thank you, thank you, Madam Chair. I'd like to move for approval, items 1 and 2.
Okay, it's been moved and supported by Commissioner Anderson. Any discussion on this item, or these two items rather, for government operations? Any discussion on either of the two items? Okay, please vote.
Motion carries.
Next item, please.
We're moving to the addenda for report E from the Committee on Ways and Means. There are 3 items listed.
Okay, Commissioner Kinlock?
Yes, Madam Chair, I move approval of items 1 and 2 on the addenda, as well as making Commissioner Basham the maker of the motion on item number 2.
Approval of 1 through 3.
1 through 3. Yes, I'm sorry. Thank you.
Those items are on the addenda.
Addenda, yes.
Report E on the addenda. Is that correct, Madam Clerk?
That is correct.
Okay, so the 3 items are on the addenda, 1, 2, and 3 from Ways and Means. It's moved by Commissioner Kinlock, seconded by Commissioner Baker McCormick. Commissioner Basham?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Samaya was very instrumental in helping us to get this item through. Hopefully, when this item is passed, there'll be no more raccoons crawling through the floor of the Marine Patrol for the Wayne County Sheriff's Department. So this is a huge, huge issue. And I'm not trying to make light of it, but they're actually doing that.
Yeah.
So they play an important part to county government and also protecting our border towns along the Detroit River and stuff. And so this is a huge item. And so I certainly want to acknowledge Samaya for being here and pushing that through. Thank you.
Thank you. And do we have an estimated time of completion for that?
I know it's in the works, but she might want to elaborate just a tad more on it. But thank you.
Morning through the chair. For this project, this is for the triple wide building. The completion will be June 2024, and it starts upon commission approval.
Fantastic. Okay, great. Thank you so much.
2024, next year.
Next year. Okay, thank you. Any additional questions? Yes, Commissioner Khalil.
Thank you, Madam Chair. On item number 3, certifying revenue for the DPS drain maintenance fund, $5.2 million. What is the source of that revenue? Where does that revenue come from?
Commissioner Kinlock, as someone from the department comes to the podium. Did you want to?
Oh, yes, the department's going to answer. I was going to ask Terrence.
Department of Public Services, Environmental Services Division Director. Commissioner, through the chair, Commissioner, the revenue comes from assessments to landowners that belong in the drainage districts where the work gets done.
So we have, how many drainage districts do we still have?
The number changes.
Yeah.
It is over 800.
So it's all the billing to the individual households?
Correct.
And then that's collected by what, local clerks and then passed on to us?
That's correct.
Okay.
In addition to local households, the assessments do go to agencies like MDOT, school districts, and other folks who are members of the drainage district.
Hopefully the state of Michigan too.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Thank you. Any additional questions on the 3 items from Committee of Ways and Means? Commissioner Baker McCormick?
Thank you, Madam Chair. In our committee, we acknowledged Basham for the work that he did in pushing and making sure that we receive the funds needed for the park and, the boat ramp, because we all, a couple of us, not sure how many commissioners went to look at that whole area, and it was, there was definitely a need. And so I just commend Commissioner Basham again on the work that he did to make sure that this happened. And also I wanted to acknowledge Samaya. I didn't realize that she would be leaving us, and that's sad to hear. But all right, thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Samaya leaving us. Let's Samaya, put you on the spot really quick, but you've been a very valuable part of the Sheriff's Department, especially when it comes to representing the Sheriff at the Commission meetings and through public safety and all of the different meetings. So we're going to miss you tremendously. I don't have 2 hands, but I'll do this. We get a clap. Clap for the work that you've done. Good luck in your future endeavors. You'll be absolutely missed, but you'll shine wherever you go. Commissioner Clark-Holman, do you want to say a word?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I don't think anyone's going to miss her as much as I am.
I know.
As chair of the Public Safety Committee, I've relied on Samaya, and I could not believe it when someone told me she was leaving. I don't know what we're going to do now. I hope that she is able to train someone.
Yes, come on up.
We do? Who's going to be the first? Good morning.
Through the chair, we do have someone, it's Vinita Terry. She is
Who?
Vinita Terry. You've seen her at Ways and Means. She is the Deputy Budget Director for Management and Budget, and she's been training with me for a couple of weeks now.
Well, I'm certainly glad to hear it, but I'm still
going to miss you so much.
I'm just going to miss all of the help that I get from you. Anytime I have a question, you are on it. And when you promise me that you're going to provide follow-up information, you do that. It comes very, very rapidly. The Sheriff's Department is going to miss you, but you can certainly tell Sheriff Raphael Washington that we're going to miss you even more.
Thank
so
you.
I have not yet prepared a resolution, but I'm certainly going to do that, Madam Chair, with your support.
Absolutely.
And hopefully you can come back and have us present it to you
I will.
formally.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for all of your help. Okay.
Thank you. So any words you want to leave us with, Amaya?
I just want to thank you and your staff for all the support and help you've given me throughout the years. You made my life easier. You made my work much easier when you accepted my word for and the documents that I've given you. So I appreciate you all, and I'm going to miss you tremendously.
Thank you so much. We will miss you. Thank you for your good work.
Thank you.
Thank you again. We got off topic a little bit, but that's okay. Back to Ways and Means report. Any additional discussion? Commissioner Kinlock?
Yeah, just want to make sure that Commissioner May mentioned that Basham's the maker of the motion for item 2. Yep. Thank you.
Please vote.
Motion carries and have Commissioner Basham as the maker of the motion on item number 2.
Thank you. Next item, please.
We're moving to report F from the Committee of the Whole. There are 2 items listed.
Thank you. Vice Chair Palomero. Oh, okay. Is there a maker of the motion for the Committee of the Whole? Anybody? Okay, I'd like to move for approval of items 1 and 2 on Committee of the Whole. There was good discussion on both of those items on Tuesday. I did zoom in and listen. So I'm going to move it. It's seconded by Commissioner Dobb. Any additional discussion on these 2 items from the Committee of the Whole? Any questions that weren't asked? Any additional clarification? All right. Hearing none, please vote.
Motion carries and I have Commissioner Palomero as abstaining.
Next item, please.
We're moving back to page 6 of the agenda, upcoming meetings.
Okay, everyone, please note the upcoming meetings. If there are any changes, please let our clerk know. Next item, please.
We're moving to new business. There are 5 items listed on the agenda and 5 on the addenda. Item number 1 is requesting commission approval of a 3-year construction contract with 2 one-year options to renew between the Charter County of Wayne and Gibraltar Construction Company.
Okay, who's speaking to this item? These 5 items did not make committee, but were vetted by our staff, and they are here today for discussion from commissioners.
Good morning, Commission. Steve Shea, Director of Road Maintenance Division.
Can you explain what this is, please?
So you have before you are two contracts for 2 vendors for pothole patching. It's a 3-year contract, much needed contract, as you know, potholes pop everywhere, especially during freeze and thaw action. So that's what this contract's for.
And that's for items 1 and 2, Madam Chair.
It is items 1 and 2, the 2 companies selected for patching up potholes for this upcoming pothole season. Any questions on these 1 and 2 contracts? Mr. Anderson?
Yep. There it is. I just wondered, Steve, if you could let us know, are these companies we used the last time?
No, these are new companies.
Oh, okay.
Actually, we went out for bid this year versus last year was just select.
Emergency basis last year, I know.
Correct.
Glad to see the department getting ahead of it and getting these contracts in place, because we already noticed a lot of potholes. So, but anyway, that was all I have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioner Dobb?
It's microphones. Thank you, Madam Chair. I just wanted to make a comment on this pothole program that I really do appreciate the communications that we get from the administration on which, roads that they're going to be working on, so that we can put that out to our districts and kind of give the public a heads up. And also it just lets the public know that, we are working out there, and even if they might not see it, that we are out there fixing the potholes. So thank you for that.
Commissioner Marecki?
I can never tell. Is that on? Okay. And I just want to thank the department and the administration for doing this as well, because when this happened last year and the companies came on board with the pothole repair, it made a huge difference in all of our districts. So to be ahead of it this time is huge. I think we're going to have an easier spring. So I appreciate it.
Thank you, Commissioner. Okay, those items 1 and 2, we'll go to item number 3, Madam Clerk, and then we'll take all 5 of them together. Commissioner Basham?
Thank you, Madam Chair. What's the time when people turn in a complaint about a pothole? What's the amount of time that it takes to actually get the pothole repaired? And I have one in mind. It's in concrete. It's on actually a state trunk line, Telegraph Road, at just north of West Road, middle lane, southbound. And this thing is deep, it's wide. We get a lot of calls on it, and it's still there. Every time I go by and check, it's still there, and it's very dangerous. It's a rim loser kind of pothole, and that is concrete. It's not asphalt.
Thank you for that, Commissioner Basham. Actually, the patching crew, we handle that on priority. If it's of an emergency nature, we respond immediately. We'll send the crew out there and we'll take care of it. But usually we like to go through our SR and city work services. So, but normally if it's on a normal pothole, it could take up to 48 hours for us to respond. Just all depends. But if it's of a serious nature, immediately. But I will look into that and I will let you know.
It's been a lot longer than 48 hours. It's been weeks and weeks. And I know it's been turned in several times. Thank you.
Just so know, sir, that we were in snow and ice mode here for the last week, so, but we will take care of it.
Commissioner Haydos?
Yeah, I realize how important the pothole and maintaining the safety on the road. And I want to thank the public service, especially the road department. In my district, I have probably the largest portion of dirt road. And those with the weather in Michigan, they deteriorate so fast. And where the people sometimes drive on them. And every time I call the road service and the public service department, the response been very good, and sometimes the people call me to tell me either there or the public service crew there. So I want to thank the public service. Ask them to keep up with the situation in my district. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. I think Andy stepped out, or he heard that, I'm sure, loud and clear. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Commissioner. Any additional questions on 1 and 2? All right, Madam Clerk, number 3.
Item number 3 is requesting commission approval of amendment number 1 to a 3-year contract with 2 one-year options to renew between the Charter County of Wayne and Tab Textiles, not to exceed $105,000, changing the option to renews, and to provide blankets for inmate population at the Wayne County Criminal Justice Center.
Okay, Samaya.
Good morning, through the chair, Sumaya Hart, Director of Administration for one more day. This is, we put out an RFP about over 3 years ago, and this is one of the vendors that bid on commodities that we use at the jails. And this vendor, we're trying to extend their contract for 2 more years. And they provide us with blankets for the inmates. And we want that in place before we move into the CJC so we can have the blankets ready when the move happens. And the extension is till September 30th, 2025.
Okay, any questions on this item? We're going to take all 5 of these together. Any question on number 3, Commissioner Baker McCormick?
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair. With this contract, you said the there's a extension. This was extended.
This is an extension right now.
Okay.
We're asking for it.
Because I noticed it's an Alabama company, and I was just wondering if, I guess they had the lowest bid, but
They did
for
supply us with the
blankets.
lowest price.
Right.
And when they bid, we posted the bid and they're the ones who won the bid.
Yeah, I guess
They
I'm just
provide us
surprised.
timely,
Okay.
the
That,
blankets.
we didn't get, a Wayne County company with blankets, so, but, okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And when we do this is to 2025, so hopefully when we RFP out for it again, that there'll be some
Absolutely,
local
we'll bid out
companies
again.
that will apply for the bid and hopefully get considered. Okay, that's number 3. Any additional questions on 3 before we go to 4 and 5? Okay, thank you. Number 4 and 5, please, Madam Clerk.
Item number 4 is requesting commission approval of the appointment of Eddie Bakuri to the Detroit Riverfront Conservancy Board of Directors. And item number 5 is requesting commission approval of the appointment of Andrew Kandrevis to the Detroit Riverfront Conservancy Board of Directors.
Okay, any questions on these 2? I think we know them well. Questions on those 2 appointments to the Riverfront Conservancy Board? Okay, hearing none, I look forward to working with them on that board. All right, we have Commissioner Jesus for the motion and Commissioner Anderson, I think I saw for the second. Yeah.
Make sure we keep them busy because I don't think they're busy enough.
I know, because I don't have enough to do, right? Okay, for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, it's been moved and supported. Please vote. Or was that, Commissioner Baker McCormick was the, okay, what are we doing here?
Just one second.
Oh, hold please. We're on the first 5 of the new business. As we work through our new technology.
The board is open. You can vote now.
Okay, board is open 1 through 5.
Motion carries.
All right, next items.
We are moving to the agenda. Item number 6 is requesting commission approval of the reappointments of Eileen DeHart, Frank Vaslow, and Sam Hussein, and the appointment of James Saros Jr. to the Wayne County Building Authority Commission.
All of those are under number 6. Okay, are any of the appointment candidates here? And if so, if you'd like to say a word, you can. If you do not want to, you don't have to. But if there are any commission questions about any of the appointments under new business, item number 6. Frank Vaslow, I understand, is here. Hello. Hello. Face and name together. Go ahead, sir.
I'd like to thank you all for giving me another opportunity to continue serving my community on the building authority. I think public service is important, and I wish more people did it. And Madam Chair, it's been a few years since I've been down to a commission meeting. You run a great meeting. Very nicely done.
Thank you, sir.
If there's any questions, I'll be glad to take them, but you know, it's a pretty decent job and I'm happy to be here, so.
Thank you for your service and thank you for coming down today. We appreciate that in the cold weather.
Mayor Al, my favorite commissioner, my new favorite commissioner over there, so, you know, it's all good.
Oh, we just lost 12 votes. Thank you for coming down, sir. If any of the other appointments are here, and like to speak, go ahead, okay?
Good morning. My name is James Saros. Go by Jimmy Saros or Jim. Either one works. Just wanted to introduce myself. Thank you very much for the potential opportunity here of being appointed. I'm a local real estate broker, investor, and we have a property management company as well that serves all of Metro Detroit. My father and my family has enjoyed a very long relationship with Wayne County for several decades. So I'm very excited to be able to serve the county as well. If anyone has any questions, please let me know, but I just wanted to take a moment to introduce myself.
Thank you for coming down. Great to see the next
Thank you.
generation of leadership. So great to see you here
Thank you.
today. Okay. Thank you. Anyone else who is here?
Commissioner Bell, Sam Hussein here via Zoom.
Hello. How are you?
Doing good. I also want to thank my colleagues and the Wayne County Commission for the appointment. Also want to commend my colleagues on getting the jail project past the finish line. That was one of our biggest tasks going in. So thank you to them, and thank you to the administration for seeing this through and getting it past the finish line.
All right. Thank you, sir, for being with us via Zoom. We appreciate that. Look forward to your continued service.
Through the chair, excuse me. Eileen DeHart was scheduled to be here. Unfortunately, there was something that occurred yesterday, but she was planning on being here to be present, and I just wanted to make sure the commission knew that. Thanks.
Thank you, Eddie. Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, questions. Commissioner Marecki.
Thank you, Madam Chair. How often does the authority meet, like actually meet? Somebody say.
Chair and Chair Board, this is Darrell Jones, Economic Director. Building Division Economic Director and Building Administrator for the Building Authority. We meet, usually it's been a quarterly meeting, but due to the pandemic and death and also changing of board members, basically we haven't met in about 4 months.
Haven't met in 4 months.
In about 4 months. And it's based on agendas that we have that come up to board. It's based on the bonds and stuff that necessarily comes through the process.
Okay, so do you think you're going to be meeting more regularly?
We probably will. It's based on the issues of things that come up. Primarily is that we haven't had a full quorum. It's based on because we had a 3-year initial term. Now that we're extending for 5-year terms, that we make sure that we have a full quorum.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, Commissioner Basham.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I appreciate the comments, concerns from Commissioner Marecki. I had just actually got on the commission a number of years ago, and under our previous county exec, and building the old jail, come to find out that the building authority was not meeting, and one of my former colleagues is still on this board. I won't mention her name, but they weren't meeting, but the treasurer was writing the checks. And quite frankly, we wound up with a one-man grand jury, and we had a 2,000-hour audit. And by the time I could see my audit, all those people had left the county, so they couldn't answer those questions. And a lot of them had moved out of state. But we need, if we're going to have a building authority, then they need to meet. And we need not sign any checks from the administration that hasn't been vetted through the building authority. So if you're going to have those kind of appointments, very important appointments, then the people that are on those boards need to do their job, and we need to do our job and hold them accountable. So I know I'm the skunk at the picnic, but quite frankly, I do have the history, as a couple of my colleagues do, about what happened with the old jail and with the building authority not meeting, and the treasurer at that time just signing the checks and signing the checks and signing the checks. And it's a wonder some, people hadn't gone to prison for that. But I just thought I'd throw that in there. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Anderson?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I too would like to express some concerns about what has happened with the meeting schedules and our actual meetings taking place. Just wanted to ask, are they paid, are are they paid by meetings they attend or are they automatically paid?
Go ahead, can you come to the podium, please? They don't pay, they don't get paid at all. Yeah, it's
Okay.
a volunteer
Very
board.
good. All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Keep doing that. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Commissioner Baker McCormick.
We should.
Ask your question. Okay. How many buildings fall under the authority?
Building administration, once again, basically it's about 3 buildings. It's basically based on probation officers. I mean, buildings that we necessarily do the buildings authorities that we make sure that we budget that area.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, hearing no other questions, we'll go on to the item number 7.
Item number 7 is requesting commission approval of the appointment of Eddie Bakuri to serve as an alternate to Wayne County Clerk Kathy Garrett on the Southeast Michigan Council of Governments General Assembly. Can I do 8 and 9 too? Item number 8 is requesting commission approval of the appointment of Andrew Candrevis to serve as an alternate to Wayne County Commissioner Tim Killeen on the Southeast Michigan Council of Governments. And item number 9 is requesting commission approval of the appointment of Hassan Sheikh to serve as alternate to Wayne County Register of Deeds Bernard Youngblood on the Southeast Michigan Council of Governments.
Any discussion or questions on 7, 8, and 9 and those appointments to SIMCOG alternates? Okay, hearing none. And item number 10.
Item number 10 is requesting commission approval of amendment number 1 to a 3-year contract with 2 one-year options to renew between the Charter County of Wayne and Charmtex not to exceed $127,428.80, changing the options to renew and to provide footwear and mattresses for inmates at the Wayne County Criminal Justice Center.
Okay, Samaya.
Through the chair, this is another vendor that bid on a jail commodity RFP that we posted over 3 years ago. This vendor, we are requesting 2 years extension to get us through the 2 years of the move to the CJC. And this vendor does provide us footwear and mattresses for the inmates. The extension will go to September 30th, 2025.
Okay, any questions on item number 10? Questions on 10? All right, so we will take a motion for items 6 through 10. Moved by Commissioner Anderson, seconded by Commissioner Baker McCormick. Any questions again on items 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10? All right, hearing none, please vote.
Motion carries.
All right. Okay, thank you, Madam Clerk. Next item.
We're returning.
Chair, before we go to next item.
Commissioner Haydus?
I'm so surprised the volunteer pay for their own parking. You know, and some of them drive from the suburb all the way to Detroit and make them pay for their parking. It surprised me. I don't know what it take. If it take a motion to pay for their parking, I'd be glad to make this motion right now because it's not fair. I know what it take to come from the suburb all the way to Detroit and find parking and pay for the parking. And they volunteer to help us run this county. And they did a good job. I don't know if it's proper or not. I like the council to advise me if I should make the motion now or wait.
We can, we don't have to have a motion. We can just let the administration know that we're talking about how many people? 4 people, 5 members, 5 people on the Building Authority Board. There's a way that we can just give parking passes. So we'll just let the administration know that there are parking passes available for the Buell parking lot. And they only meet once a quarter. So that's not a huge expense. Go ahead, Eddie.
If I may, through the chair, Eddie Fakori. to that point, let's just be aware of the fact that there are multiple authorities and boards where we have volunteers coming downtown for meetings. So if we could take a moment to consider that point before moving forward with just the building authority so that we're at least fair and collective and comprehensive. There's no disagreement with what Commissioner is sharing today, but let's just be aware of the other authorities and boards where we have volunteers that also come down to Detroit and pay for their parking as well.
Madam Chair.
Okay, Commissioner Kinlock, then Commissioner Basham.
Yeah, Madam Chair, just wanted to say, in 1988, I was on the Wayne County Planning and Development Board. We did get reimbursement. We did get reimbursement for mileage. Also on the County Board of Canvassers, we got reimbursement for mileage when we submitted it as well, and parking was provided. And so I just thought that was a consistent policy of the county. So this was just for me first hearing this, that they didn't even,
I don't think the economic development, brownfield, I don't think they get paid. So let's take a comprehensive look at this and we'll come back with a strategy on something to actually vote on.
And we'll look into whether or not those exist, because there are some that do provide reimbursement from what I understand. So if we could just take a moment, kind of lock arms and kind of look into it, and then we can come back to what Commissioner Haidus was presenting. That way we're uniform in our approach.
Thank you. Commissioner Kleen?
And I support that, what Mr. Precuri is saying there. We do have a number of boards. I think a lot of the differences, like this coming Monday, we have 9 people coming downtown for the Art Authority meeting. You have the same thing with the Zoo Authority. It is legit for these boards with the millages to be able to take a few dollars out of that to pay for parking, but there are varying levels of support for these boards. As we go through, not everyone has the same level of support. And so I think that's one thing to look at, and just to have a more, I don't know, that everybody knows what's going on, that each one of these boards has a level of support for getting this kind of stuff done, because this is all paperwork to get reimbursed like this. So some boards are better able than others. So I agree with a more comprehensive look at this. I don't like people paying for their own parking. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Council, did you have a?
Through the chair, I would recommend a determination with regards to whether a board can be compensated should be done on a case-by-case basis, because the statutes vary. Many statutes actually indicate that this body allocates and determines the compensation for those boards, and they are paid what you actually approve. So in many cases, a vote of this body would be necessary. There are some instances, and I think it's the canvassers I'm thinking of specifically, where I believe the statute actually says within the statute that they're entitled to certain things. And so a vote of this body would not be necessary, though a budget allocation may be necessary. And then there are others that I'm thinking of and that may be able to do it on their own, like the Zoo and the Arts, because the control they have and the budget that they set. But I'll have to check the statute for that. So it will be a case-by-case basis, but most of that work will have to be done by this body. And not, it may be in conjunction with the administration, but a lot of that will come through this body, either for a vote to authorize it or for the budget purposes.
All right, thank you. So we'll work on that. Look at it and work on that. Thank you, commissioners. I'm sorry, we were in the middle of a vote.
My final thought on this,
Commissioner
Madam
Haidus.
Chair, I do believe the volunteers, it's a great people who really give their time, their experience, their knowledge to help us make sure we make the right decision for the people. Make them pay out of their own pocket when they come to meeting. I feel paid their cost financially to make the trip to downtown. thank them for their effort and time and job they've been doing for many years, and they did a good job, in my opinion. This is my thought, and I hope the administration would give us positive answer on that.
Thank you, thank you.
Number.
Yeah,
you
we'll
know,
look at it, look at the
there's
number of
something
people.
been said about the number. You know, you add all the number compared to what we spend in this county in many different areas. I don't think it's a big number. It's a very
not.
small number. Thank you.
It won't be a big number at all. Commissioner Clark Holman?
I just want to throw in the community corrections that I chair.
Mhm.
Throw their name in there to be reimbursed too. They come down here and no one's ever asked for it.
Yeah.
But if you're looking at making it making them whole for the others, I would certainly ask that you also include the community corrections.
Yeah, we'll look at all of them. Community corrections, zoo, DIA, building authority. There's several who come down here. So we'll look at all of them and then we'll come back with a plan in about a month or so. Madam Clerk?
We're on page 9 of the agenda, testimonial resolutions and certificates of appreciation. There are 4 items listed on the agenda, and there are 4 items listed on the addenda.
Okay, it's been moved by Commissioner Anderson, supported by Commissioner Baker McCormick. Any discussion on these items? Vice Chair Palomero?
Thank you, Madam Chair. If anyone has Teola Hunter's cell phone number, could you please share it with me? I can't believe that Mama T is 90 years old. I mean, for those of you who don't know her, she was an outstanding state representative in the legislature from the 70s until the 90s, was Wayne County Clerk, and maybe most important, maybe not, she's also a former mother-in-law to Gregory Eaton for a bit. So I would love to wish her happy birthday directly. So anyone who has
I'll
it,
see that you get it.
thank you very, very much.
And her
Happy
her birthday party is Sunday. So if you'd like to attend, we'll make sure everybody has that information.
Very good. Thank you.
All right. Commissioner Clark Holman.
And I too have a big connection to Madam Teola Hunter in that I purchased my home from Teola.
Yep.
when Teola was a state rep, and she lived in the house that I currently live in. And when I became a state rep, I purchased the home that she had from her. So we share that. And she's also been a great friend.
Absolutely. We can't wait to celebrate her on Sunday.
Yeah.
Commissioner Scott.
Thank you. And she is still very active.
Yes.
She serves on the
Oh, awesome. And she looks good too.
Yeah, she does.
Yes, she looks good for 90. Any discussion further on resolutions and certificates of appreciation? Commissioner Anderson?
Thank you, Madam. I was just wanting to clarify, you're going to make sure we all get notification about the
Yeah, I'll send it to
celebration on
everyone.
Sunday.
Absolutely. I'll email it out today.
Always thought the world of her.
Mhm. Yep, right. It'll be a wonderful, wonderful event, I'm sure. Right. Do we have a motion for, we had a motion? Okay, we had a motion. We had support. Please vote. I didn't see who it was.
Carries.
All right, next item, please.
We're moving to memoriams. There are 7 names listed on the agenda and 2 on the addenda.
Okay. There's 2 on the, okay. All right, would anyone like to speak to the memoriams? Speak to the memoriams, Commissioner Kinlock?
Yes, Madam Chair. I would like to recognize Baird Strong Jr., who I met 30 years ago through my mentor, Clarence Avon. Baird Strong, if you don't know who he is the first artist that granted the first hit for Barry Gordy's earlier and first label imprint, Tamla Records. Barrett was somebody who over the years mentored many of us who came into the music industry. He was someone who was very active and continuing to influence songs even late as the past decade. He was someone who was always loved Detroit, even though he had moved out to California. He stayed in contact with many of us here. He went to Hutchins Middle School, where he was classmates with Aretha Franklin and Lamont Dozier. And it is, in my opinion, always important for us to recognize those individuals who stood out front and were pioneers in establishing Detroit as a Motown and a music mecca. And so I thank you all for joining with me in presenting this resolution in memoriam as it relates to Mr. Barrett Strong. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. He's historic in Detroit and nationally. So thank you for that resolution for him on behalf of the commission. Commissioner Clemente.
Here we go. Thank you, Madam Chair. I just wanted to add one person to the memoriam. A dear friend of ours passed away just yesterday, and she also worked in our family's restaurant. And her name is Maria, known as Connie Bazzi Fagiano. And it's a great loss for our community. And she was a very young woman, and I just wanted to add her to our thoughts and prayers. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Keeping you all in our prayers. And I'll just speak to David Woodger. Unfortunately, some of you may have heard on the news last year when a barber went missing on the east side of Detroit, and they found a body burnt in a abandoned building, but took a few months to get the DNA, and it was Mr. David Woodger, who is a husband of a lady that I serve an organization with. So we want to make sure that we keep our arms wrapped around her, and they had a lovely daughter together, and he's a twin. The funeral was on Tuesday and at Tabernacle, and it was absolutely full to the brim. So I just want to keep the family of Dave Woodger in our prayers. It's tragic when you have these types of stories throughout the city and the country when someone's obviously murdered, so they're looking for the perpetrator of that crime. So we want to keep his family in our prayers. Any other comments on any of our Commissioner Baker McCormick?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I want to send my condolences to the family of Tracy Golden. She and I grew up together. So she was a family friend, very close to my brother. You probably heard a lot about her death on the news. She went to the store about 10:30 at night, and somebody robbed her and shot her, took her vehicle. So another senseless death in our community. So I just wanted to make sure we send our prayers to her family. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Unfortunate, senseless crime that took away a dear mother from her family and wife to her husband. So thank you, Commissioner, for those words. If everyone could please stand for a moment of silence. Oh, sorry. Before we stand.
One more.
Before we stand. Commissioner Clark Coleman.
I'd like to also bring to the attention of those who might know Reverend Carol Amos passed away. She was a Unity pastor, a very good friend of my deceased husband, and she spoke at our church quite a bit. So our prayers go out to Cherokee Watts, who is her daughter, and we hope that we'll keep her and her family in our prayers.
Thank you, Commissioner. Please rise, everyone. And thank you, and again, keeping all the loved ones of the ones that have passed in our prayers during this most difficult time for them. Next item, Madam Clerk.
Public comments.
Okay, let's see where we're going to start. Let's start with Zoom. Is there anyone on Zoom for public comments today? We have 2 minutes. Anyone on Zoom for public comments? Unmute Zoom. All right, is there anyone on the telephone for public comments? Okay, hearing none. Anyone in the chambers for public comment? Anyone inside the chambers who would like to speak for public comments? 2 minutes. Give your name for the record, please.
Morning, Madam Chair, Commissioners. Laura Reiners with GrowthWorks. Just want to say thank you to everybody for the opportunity to serve Wayne County residents, youth, and families. For those of you that aren't familiar with us, we are one of the CMOs specifically serving the Conference of Western Wayne Communities. We've been doing this for over 20 years and just wanted to come be in the audience today. Thank you all for all of your service and continuing to support our work and the work that we're doing in the community.
All right, thank you, and thank you for all the work that you're doing at the beginning of the month to wish our very own Glenn Anderson a happy 30th birthday. His birthday will be February 8th. Happy birthday, Commissioner.
Actually 35.
35, I'm sorry, 35 this year. I was last year was 30. Okay, thank you, Commissioner. Happy birthday to you. Any remarks by members? Commissioner Basham?
Name's Basham, yes. right here.
Went away.
I would like to thank the chair and whoever helped to actually allow us to see each other during these forums. It's been long overdue. I had all my shots. I had my flu shot. I had my boosters, and yet I couldn't see my colleagues half the time looking through a couple of sections of plastic and somebody speaking. And anyway, for what it's worth, whoever was responsible for this, thank you.
You're welcome. Now we can all see each other again. Okay, Commissioner Dobb.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Commissioner Clemente and I have a special lunch for the commissioners and commission staff after this meeting. Actually, Francesca and Laura are going to go pick it up right now, so it'll be coming soon. But it's kind of a long story. So on January 6th, I somehow invited myself to an event in Commissioner Clemente's district, and it was for Epiphany and a pardon me, I don't speak Spanish, Dia de Reyes Epiphany, which is a Mexican tradition that came over, from Spain to Mexico, which marks, I'm sorry, I'm reading this from the internet, but the 3 wise men following the star to Bethlehem and arriving with gifts for the baby Jesus. So that falls on January 6th, exactly 12 days after Christmas. So it's celebrated by eating a cake, which is called a king's cake. And the person, it's baked with a little baby, a plastic baby in the cake. And the person who gets the baby is supposed to serve tamales on February 6th, which is Candelaria Day. And I got the baby, so I'm serving tamales, and we're also going to have tacos today from Mexican Village in Southwest Detroit. So Francesca and Laura are going to pick those up. It's supposed to be ready at 11:30, so they should be here shortly after that. 7th floor conference room. And Commissioner Clemente, do you want to add anything?
Go ahead.
Thank you, Commissioner Dobbin. Thank you, Madam Chair. Yes, I had two wonderful events one night and Melissa called and said, can I come with you? I am a type of person that likes to take field trips and love to bring people along, being a teacher at heart. And you did a wonderful job. I forgot we were going to talk about this, but we have been very fortunate in Lincoln Park to have a lot of Hispanic families and businesses. So our new mayor decided that we should have the celebration at our library. It was very well attended, and we had the largest king cake in Lincoln Park over Michigan. So the bakery is in Southwest, which is also my district. And Melissa was fortunate enough to get the baby. So she's the one that has to bring the tamales. So
right.
that's what we're doing today. And thank you very much for letting us do this.
Oh, no, thank you all so much. Thank you. And I'm glad you got the baby.
Yes, and I hope that we can all, go to events in each other's districts, because that was a lot of fun for me. We don't have those types of events or businesses in Plymouth Canton. So it was a fun experience.
Very good. Thank you so much. And thank you all for lunch. We appreciate it. Thank you. Commissioner Clark-Holman?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would like for all of us to keep Commissioner Sanbay-Doon in prayer. He is at the hospital right now, getting ready for his soccer and what other kind of surgery on his knee.
His knee. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what's going on with these leadership and the surgeries that they're going through. Watch out, Joey. Watch out, Joey. But you can be assured that I will never run for leadership in this place.
It's a dangerous job. It's a dangerous job. Thank you, Commissioner.
We should certainly keep him in prayer. He's having something that I would not want to be going through right now.
Absolutely. Thank you. Yes, I hope he hears our prayers and know that we're thinking about him during his surgery, and hopefully he'll bounce back quick and be with us very soon. Thank you. Commissioner Kinlock.
Yes, I would like everyone to keep Shanice Johnson, who works in the executive office of the county executive. Her sister passed away. And I'd like for us to keep her and her family in our prayers. Yep.
Thank you. We will certainly do that. Thank you for letting us know. Any additional? Okay, so a couple of things we do. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead, Commissioner Baker McCormick.
Okay. Thank you, Madam Chair. I attended a training through DWIN on Monday and Tuesday. It was very enlightening. It was about how we deal with mental health and the importance of asking our family, friends, and loved ones, have you thought about suicide? In, I think, the Black community, that it has been a taboo for us. We think that if we don't ask that question, then maybe it won't happen. But in that training, it was so enlightening to me to ask that question. And we need to ask it and make it normal to ask in our families, because you never know what someone is going through. And so I was talking to one of my girlfriends and I decided to ask her that question. We had the training on Monday. On Tuesday, I asked her that question. And she actually said, you know what, I did think about it. And it was just like, wow, you just do not know what someone is going through. And I just want to put that out there, that we should ask that question to our family and friends, especially if you're seeing signs or they're going through some issues. Just be aware and then try to get them help if they are. So, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for that. I know Commissioner Dobb has spoken about mental health training for commissioners. So hopefully we can get that done in the near future. Just because I think it's beneficial for all of us to know the signs, know what to look for, know how to approach that subject with our loved ones. Very, very important. And we see so much of it now with suicide, with mental health breakdowns. Oftentimes they sometimes lead to violent acts against others. So it's just so very important. So Commissioner Dobb, I put a lot on your plate, but maybe we'll revisit that so we can have that done in the very near future. Thank you, Commissioner, for that. And I'm glad you found it beneficial. And I think that's something that we all need to go through, that training. A couple of things. Before we meet again, the NACO Legislative Conference will be in Washington, D.C. on the 10th through the 15th. So I know there are a few members who are attending, so we look forward to getting information back from that event. There is a meeting with our senators, Peters and Stabenow, during the DC visit, so that should be beneficial to all that are going to attend. Also, please look in your emails for a very important invitation that I'll send to each of us. Is for an event here on the 32nd floor next Wednesday at 2:00. So just look for your emails. I'll send that in about an hour or so, and I'm hopeful that everyone can attend. Again, 2:00 next Wednesday, and I am being elusive because it's a private event. So please look out for that, as well as for the invitation for Teola Hunter's birthday party. I will send that as well. That is all that I have. Any other additional remarks by members before we adjourn? Okay, is there a motion to Commissioner Anderson?
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair. The light on our mics doesn't work, so we're not able to tell hardly until we thump it to be able to tell if it's on. I just wanted to ask, I know it was in your absence that the issue came up with the clerk's budget. Some money was taken away. And just without going any further into it, I just wanted to ask, when do you, maybe this is somewhat new to you what happened, but just wondered if we would be able to get some type of a
response
maybe by the next meeting that we have.
Okay, that's the response is going to come from the administration. So, and I know they're working on it. I'm working on it. It's not ours to work on, it's theirs to work on. So I will hope that they have a response to us by our next meeting.
Thank you.
All right, hearing that, is there a motion to adjourn? Let's see, okay.